Assassin's Creed Syndicate review, eh? Let's go, baby.
Oi there, pimp. Put your knife in the bin, will you? Can't risk any colonization happening during this TED Talk. No, I cannot. British people. And I'm not talking about my oppressed and depressed Irish and Scottish brothers. I'm talking about the real Brits. Those English wankers. And that includes the Welsh, alright? You guys ain't slipping past me, alright? You guys are too British. You're too far gone. Anyways, as I was saying, the English walk around talking all like, oh, blimey, did you see that bonkers bloke who was yipping out the chew-dong on the walkie roads? He almost got ripped on by the roly-poly. He's all 6s and 7s, I'm telling you. Waking up, eating beans on toast, finishing it off with a mouthful of spotted dick. Sorry, forgot the visual aid on that one, my bad.
Hey.
Driving to work on the wrong side of the road with their knife-wielding English bulldog in the sidecar. Getting stopped by guys in fuzzy hats asking, you got a license for that Zuma? Do you know that the Riddick franchise is actually just an adaptation of what happens when the sun comes out in London? Rumor has it the people there are so pale that if another sunny 85-degree day comes, the entire country's
Nah, the Riddick one was good. Nah, the
gonna
Riddick
evaporate. And I've seen firsthand, bruv. I've seen that on Tuesdays and Thursdays when Coronation Street ain't on, the streets are filled with knife battles over cans of beans and licenses to buy more telly so that they can watch more Coronation Street. A bit odd, innit? Can I interest you in a fag? No? Alright. You guys colonized India just to lose it because a guy stopped eating. I'll stop there. Oh, stop this. You guys dumped all your prisoners into a penis colony. They made a better country than yours. Listen, okay, I'll stop there. I'll stop there. I don't want to get shanked. But speaking of fictional things, that takes us into Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I know I've made it a ritual to shit on the reboot titles, but in all honesty, not all was right at home before we flew this franchise into the side of that building. Ubisoft decided to murk this franchise following the success of Black Flag by doing the unthinkable. Doing something heinous. First, make a game about the French. Then as the fan base was crawling on the ground after enduring such a tragedy, to properly pull the plug, they capped it off with one on the British. And I know there's been a lot of people turning around in the last few years going, oh, blimey, Syndicate's actually really amazing. It's the Bulldogs Bullocks. Underrated even. Liars. Fake Americans. Hidden Brits, no doubt. This game was so British that not even British people wanted to buy it. In fact, nobody wanted to buy it. This was the final straw that broke the Frenchman's back and led us into the new era of Assassin's Creed that I know and hate today. And my source for that information? It came to me in a dream. Alright, I'll stop there. Now let's get on to the Pokey McStabby Simulator. You guys voluntarily watch a channel called BBC. That's... I'm too afraid to look up what they play on there, but all I'm saying is it just sounds a little gay. Let's start with the setting. This game takes place in London at the tail end of the Industrial Revolution before its consequences turned the entire British population into video essayists and critics. I find this setting incredibly boring, and I refuse to whinge on about it, so cope and seethe, Brits. Go drink your lady drink while I do a line of coffee powder like a man. I will compliment Ubisoft on the fact that they did include a more accurate detail where when you leave your game unpaused for 5 minutes to take a piss, you'll often find that you got shanked to death twice by some manx on their way to a game of football. You got a license for that knife.
That just happened
Surprisingly, the
randomly?
first time this series has ever been historically accurate. Never mind. I'm absolutely appalled by this inaccuracy. It doesn't get sunny in London. Fix it, UB shit. Now on to the combat. If there's one thing that gets me all chuffed up when I sit down to play an Assassin's Creed game, it's the combat and the takedowns, and Syndicate has bollocked up both. This is a real soup sandwich, bruv. For starters, why in the bloody hell are there only 3 weapons? You get 2 pokey dokes and some knuckle cloppers. That's it. You don't even get hidden blades as a weapon. And that is literally hidden knives. That is like the max level Brits weapon right there. What the fuck, you toss-us? You can't even pick up enemy weapons anymore, which means you don't even get a hammer in this game, and you know how much I like hammers. I'm having a strop about it.
You can't even take other people.
Is fly as hell, but even that only has about 3 takedown variants.
I'm so happy I didn't play this game.
The other thing, Black Flag has a metric ton of takedown variants. It's absolutely peak. It's mint, mate. Even the rope dart has a takedown animation in that game. But meanwhile, in Syndicate, you get a few staples and only 1 for the gun. This is Black Flag. This is Syndicate. Black Flag. Syndicate. It's a real dog's dinner, mate. and I'm sick of it. Speaking of the gun, though, you got a license for that gun? Yes? Alright, good. I would rather use the gun over any of those other bitch-made stabby webs because the gun can one-shot, whereas the knives in this game are straight out of a butter knife factory. I have to beat everyone over the knob for 3 bing bongs thanks to these developers that are 2 sandwiches short of a picnic thinking a half-assed RPG system would reinvigorate a knockout fan base. Am I doing good, my fellow Brits? This was the beginning of the end of fun Assassin's Creed games, and I blame the blimey gits over there in Baguettelandia. My problems with the Brits are over. Listen here, you frogs. What you got against me stabbies? Speaking of rank changes to a great formula, though, the parkour in this game is going to make me pop my cloak. Of natural causes, of course, YouTube. I'm talking stroke adjacent. It's so incredibly safe and kid-glovey that most of the time it just ends up tripping over itself. In other words, why won't you let me jump off of high heights without even providing the slightest resistance, you be shit? You put Charles Darwin in the game, but I can't be in the Darwin Awards? I'm finished, my Now listen, I know I've been rather harsh towards Assassin's Creed License to Kill, though, so let's balance the scales with a little bit of positivity. Let me run through a little list of great things about Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Running over citizens in the wagon doesn't cause desync. The representation in this game is fantastic. It feels like every other enemy I'm beating down like a tambourine is a woman. Equal rights, equal fights. You really are an ally, Ubisoft. The grappling hook is very nice because it means that I can hop off of Thomas the Tank Engine's dick and circumvent using this on-the-rails parkour. Being able to hire a couple of mates to walk into combat and gun everyone down is absolutely mint. There's also some top-tier glitches in this game, like flying carts. Occasionally spasming character models could stand point blank and impose their dominance so people can't shoot at you.
John, you finally done?
Least, I get immense joy when a takedown goes out of whack and people start taking down themselves. It's beautiful. Also, Fight Club is an amazing side activity that absolutely every fighting game should have. And as for the story, couldn't understand a word. They all sound like Big Winnie. Are you buzzing yet, bruv? Good, because this Jack the Ripper DLC is also a crime against humanity. I'll pick this up expecting 5 bing bongs of just straight up good, clean British fun as a right mank. But instead, what do I get? I'm playing budget Batman as this old bagged for 4 bing bongs and 40 TikToks with the occasional 5 TikTok relief package as Jackie Boy. Take me out of the oven because I'm fucking cooked, mate. That's it. Pip pip cheerio, I'm going for a quick jaunt on the old pavey wavy. At least you blimey gits will never be frogs. And I know you were probably looking for a score right about now, but you know what? No boats, no shanties, no score. I'm out of here.
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
Hey, yo. Oh, these videos are always so good. I always wonder how they write them and who gets to choose all the edits. Oh man, if you guys have any more of these, please put them down below. This would be so good. Wait, what happened here? Oh god.